Okay. Now. Alright. I'm Josh Jackson. I've been involved with... Wait. I keep looking at the fucking trash can, so...
And there's a squirrel.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at her feet.
We'll all go this way, and you just kind of...
Okay, I'm good.
That
Alright,
way we
no,
don't
I'm
get
good.
too
I'm really good.
Here, how about I just like go like
Yeah,
right here?
yeah, there we go. Okay.
Twins.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Twins, Beth.
Alright, got it. Alright, I'm Josh Jackson. Oh, we're recording? Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Here you go. I'm ready. Okay. I'll be here all night. Okay. Like I'm in Lamaze or some shit. Okay, here we go.
Lion face.
Okay. Alright, I'm ready for real now, I think. Okay, I'm Josh Jackson. Okay, I'm Josh Jackson. I've been involved in paranormal actively for about 3 years now. My first, someone coughed. Fuck. Okay. Alright, I'm Josh Jackson. I've been involved in paranormal for about... That's stupid. Okay. I'm Josh Jackson. I've been involved with Waking Dead Paranormal for about 3 years now. My passion for the paranormal was when I was 14 years old. The place I listened... Oh shit, I fucked up. It's all good. Oh, it's cool. Yeah. Go smoke or something. I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous like a crackhead. No, I'm good. I'm
gonna go smoke with him.
That sounds good.
Done.
Yeah, I'll get this. But thank you though. You help.
If there's parts you mess up, it's okay. Just keep talking.
Because we'll edit. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'll give you your space.
Should I look right here at the trash? Why don't you put the trash can right there? Because I keep to be looking at it. I'm gonna keep fucking.
Kind of bring a little more over here.
Like right here.
Yeah, like that.
Like this. See if the shot's good.
That's good right there. That's perfect.
Cool. I'll just do this by myself then. Alright, hi, I'm Josh Jackson. I've been involved with Waking Dead Paranormal for about 4 years now. I got involved in the paranormal at an early age. When I was 14 years old is when I really had my first experience. It all started when I was living in this little trailer house. The person who owned it, she died. She got shot and gunned down in her own driveway by a drug dealer. Her mother rented it out to us. We had a lot of experiences there. For one thing, there were times when the temperature would get really cold in there. We'd hear footsteps. You'd feel like you're being watched. There was one time I was taking a bath and I heard a growl while I was in the bathtub. So those things, they stick with you. You remember it I can remember it like it was yesterday. Another thing that I remember that really changed my life forever, that really got me passionate to the paranormal, was one day when my parents were gone. I had the house by myself. We had 3 dogs, and they're in the backyard, and usually they could be really rowdy, and they'd like to scratch on the door to get in. I was watching TV, and all of a sudden I started hearing a bunch of scratching, and I thought it was the dogs, and I was telling the dogs to shut up, and still I kept hearing the scratching, this weird sound in the hallway. This went on, persisted for about 30 minutes. Next thing I know, I ended up hearing this loud noise. So I look over in the hallway, and that's when I seen something that changed my life forever. It was this demonic-looking figure. Best way I can say it, looked like an impish demon. It was gray. It had fangs that went out from its lips, and also it's like its horns, like it was connected. It was like from its head all the way down here, and had black eyes, pale skin, and had this weird cackling sound that scared the shit out of me. All All I know is when I saw that, I panicked. I didn't know what to think. Instead of leaving the house, I remember getting. It's kind of funny, but at the time it wasn't. I ended up running to the kitchen, which was not too far from the living room, grabbing a broom and running outside. I didn't even take another look in the hallway. I just went outside. I gave myself about 5 minutes to compose myself. I went into the back backyard where the dogs were, and then finally I composed myself, opened the door, went inside, didn't see nothing. But it was after that moment that profoundly changed me. I seen many things in my life, but hardly anything has topped that. You know, I've after that moment, we've had other moments where weird things had happened in the house. I'd hear my name being called, you know, like my mom calling for me, but the thing was she wasn't at the house. She was working at the time. Things like that. It was just weird stuff. But shortly after that, I started to have what's called known as sleep paralysis. And what it is your whole body seizes up. It's a condition where your mind's shutting down, trying to shut down in REM sleep, but your body's still awake, and you can have dreams that can trigger it, nightmares. That's where the original term nightmare came from. It wasn't just a bad dream, but something that triggered it, where you felt like you're being, like something sitting on your chest, also known as old hag syndrome. Long story short, about I think a couple months after that happened, that was my first encounter with sleep paralysis, and I've had it for my whole life since then, and all kinds of things have happened, usually precursors, like big life-changing things happen in my life, usually around the time I have one of these. So, that's pretty much what happened. Those are my early remembrances as a child, at least in the teenage years. As a kid, some things happened. I had a cousin. The house they lived in had activity in it. And I remember my cousin, he busted out a Ouija board. I was a young kid, but something about it, I knew something was wrong. I can't explain it, I just inexplicably knew that what he was doing was wrong. And I remember going down in their basement and feeling washed and just weird things happening in that basement. I never went down to that basement unaccompanied. That's really my earliest as a child, but it really started when I was 14, as a teenager. But moving on to my later years, I worked at a couple of places that's been haunted, and I've had plenty of experiences there that I've got a lot of interesting evidence from just some of the places I was at, just different things that kind of made a mark on my life. But it wasn't until I met Rex that him and a friend of ours, we started to get more interested in the paranormal. One of the first places we went to was kind of our first unofficial investigation was Plymouth Bridge, which is out in Borger, Texas. Back then we didn't take this seriously like we used to. It was all about getting drunk and just looking for ghosts. You know, the original origins of Weekend Dead Paranormal was originally beer taps. You know, we just get drunk and look for ghosts. You know, but now it's more serious. You know, and but at the time, we really didn't catch much. We're just too busy getting shit-faced. But it was not until we found out on, I think it was on Shadowlands.com, we found out about this place on Arnott Road. It was an abandoned farmhouse. The house was burned down and stuff. When we went there immediately, within the first 30 minutes that we were there, we picked up stuff. I went in there to conduct an EVP session, and I heard a weird sound. I saw something move and dart over, because I was in their barn, and I saw like this shadow figure dart in front of me, and it freaked me out. What's funny is I didn't hear nothing at that time, but when we play it back, you hear like this rushing sound, like something is rushing at the recorder. We've had many accounts there. I've been pushed, I've been punched, I've had the mark of the Trinity on my back. I've also had 4 scratches, which show that's probably what we believe to be an evil human spirit. Uh, Many different things happen at Arnott. That was the game changer. That's when it became more than just getting drunk, drinking beer, and hunting ghosts. It was more about actually finding out what the paranormal is, why, what happens when we die, where do we go when we die. Those are the things that still to this day, I think, I can't really speak for anyone else, but for Waking Dead Paranormal, I believe what it says is we're out to discover the unknown. I mean, yeah, I know there is a five and dime paranormal everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, it's the end thing, you know. But we're here to try to stick out. We want to make an impact in the paranormal community, not because we're arrogant or some smug bastards trying to, get a thrill or to make shit up. No, we really want to see the paranormal. We want to see, not just see it, but we want to get it recorded. We want to show evidence. Heck, I even want to bring skeptics along because I want them to experience it. Because it's easy to be skeptical until you have these things happen to you. And that, to me, is the principle of Waking Dead Paranormal. It's actually going out and making believers out of people. And not everyone's going to believe, and that's fine. They could think we're faking it, whatever. I don't really care. I know what I believe. I know what I see. I know what we capture. We're genuine. And that's what I want people to know about with Waking Dead Paranormal. We've been to several places since being in Waking Dead Paranormal. We've been to Row Cemetery. We have caught actual images of an actual image of a spirit or a figure of some sort, an apparition, going from one gravestone to another. It was just really fast. We have it in frame. It was awesome. It's one of the most compelling evidence we have. We've heard screams there. I wasn't myself there. I really can't say I felt possessed, but I felt under the influence of something. I just wasn't myself. Just different things, losing track of time. Just that place was unique. I mean, I was really, originally, I'll be honest, I was down on the fact of going to Rose Cemetery because I figure that's just where all the amateurs go is the cemetery. I thought there's really nothing there. Why would the dead want to be at a cemetery? But you do pick stuff up, man. We did pick up some legitimate stuff. Rose Cemetery is one of the places that had rumors of a witch grave there. We've never found it. Honestly, I think it's an urban legend, but still, something is there. Something legitimate. And it's a real unique place to go. Another place, as I mentioned before, was Plemons Bridge. Plemons Bridge, we had interesting experiences there. We've caught EVPs of a horse, of foot clops. We also heard like a lone gunman. We heard gunshots going off. We heard all kinds of things there. That place was very unique to go to. There's rumored to be devil worship there, supposedly lynch hangings. It went to a now defunct ghost town. So that's what's interesting about that place. There's also, that's mainly the main place. We also been to this little place that wasn't too far from Arnott. It's called Joel's School. And we caught singing. We've heard sound like someone who got hung there. We've heard like someone sing Sweet Little Sweet Cherry. We heard a weird squeaking noise. I mean, there's just weird stuff. We caught some very interesting stuff. Just interesting evidence. Another place is where I'm sitting right now, this funeral home. This funeral home, we have caught several different things, disembodied voices, breathing, one of the organs. We've heard like a ding, like someone was playing with the organ, like a ding, ding, ding. Several things there. This place has its own aura, and it's really awesome that we have the owners are willing to let us investigate here, because this is, I believe, one of the game changers for us. This is actually, when we went here, this is when we knew. When we went here, this is when we knew this was the next level for us. That we're not just going to be going around to just a bunch of abandoned properties. We're actually going to be going out into the community, and that's what we want to do. We want to go out to the community and let them know that, hey, we're not here to scare you. We're here to help you if you need help. I want to help people who's had experiences with the paranormal, that they're scared, they don't know what to believe, they're being tormented by it. I mean, it's not every day that, people really want to accept that. I mean, yeah, there's a big explosion with paranormal TV shows and stuff, but there's still a lot of people out there either skeptical or because of religious upbringing, they don't want to address it. And we want to help people, come to terms with it. Let them know that, what you're going through is okay. You're not insane. You're not insane. You're not going to have, fuck, okay. We just want to let people know, that when you go, God, fuck. We just want to let people know that, if you're experiencing something, you're not insane and you're not alone. And we're here to help. That's what Waking Dead Paranormal's about. We went from a bunch of immature jackasses drinking some beer for some cheap thrills and cheap entertainment to actually going out and helping people. And that's what I want people to think about when they walk away from. That's what I want people to know when they are done talking. Oh, God. That's what I want people to know when they. Fuck. That's what I want people to know when they walk away from this. When they see Waking Dead Paranormal, they know that we're there to help. And not only there to help people, but we're also there to get the best evidence. And to bring awareness that, people, but to bring awareness that, what you're experiencing, it's okay. And that's pretty much what I want people to know about when I think Waking Dead Paranormal. And, so that's about it. My name's Josh of Waking Dead Paranormal. Kind of fucked up in parts, but
Alright. Everything I heard was good, dude.
thanks. Oh my ass.
I can lie.